I need you to stop what you're doing right now, because what I'm about to share with you today could literally save your life before breakfast. I'm serious. If you are over 60, if you wake up stiff, if your blood pressure has been creeping up, if your doctor keeps threatening you with more medication, I beg you, stay with me for the next few minutes, because today I'm going to show you a 5-second morning stretch. No equipment, no gym, no special clothes, that research now shows can drop your blood pressure faster than a 30-minute walk, faster than walking. Let that sink in. Now I know what you're thinking. Doctor, that sounds too good to be true. And I understand. I've been a cardiologist for many years. I've seen patients who walked every single day, took their medication faithfully, ate well, and still had blood pressure numbers that were dangerously high in the morning. Why? Because they were missing something simple, something that takes less time than brushing your teeth. And by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly what it is, why it works, and how to do it correctly starting tomorrow morning. I also want to share with you 3 bonus stretches, completely free, no equipment, that work together with this main stretch to give you even faster results. So seniors, listen carefully. This video is for you. Share it with someone you love. This will change everything. Before I show you the stretch, I need you to understand something important. Morning is the most dangerous time of day for your heart. This is not an opinion. This is cardiology. When you wake up, your body goes through something called the morning blood pressure surge. Your nervous system wakes up, stress hormones like cortisol flood your body, your blood thickens slightly overnight from dehydration, and your blood vessels, which have been resting, suddenly need to get to work. In a young, healthy body, the vessels handle this beautifully. But in seniors, especially those over 60, the blood vessels are stiffer. The walls have less elasticity. The inner lining, which we call the endothelium, doesn't respond as quickly. So what happens? Your pressure spikes, sometimes dangerously high. This is why most heart attacks and strokes happen between 6 a.m. and noon. Studies have shown that this morning surge can be more dangerous than your average daytime blood pressure reading. Your doctor might see you at 2 in the afternoon and say, your pressure looks okay, but they don't see what's happening at 7 in the morning when you first stand up. That morning spike, that's what we need to control. And here's the thing. Medication alone doesn't fully protect you from it. Many blood pressure pills are designed to work throughout the day. But that specific early morning window, that's where lifestyle habits become your most powerful tool. And that is exactly where this stretch comes in. The stretch I'm talking about is called passive static stretching of the leg muscles, specifically the calf, the hamstring, and the hip flexor. Now, before your eyes glaze over at the medical terminology, let me break this down the way I explain it to my own patients. Your legs are not just for walking. They are your second heart. I say this all the time and I mean it. Your leg muscles, especially in the calves and thighs, contain massive blood vessels. When those muscles contract and release, they push blood back up toward the heart. They reduce the pressure that builds up in your arteries. When seniors wake up in the morning, those leg muscles are stiff. They've been inactive for 6, 7, 8 hours. The blood has pooled slightly. The vessels are tight. Now here is the key finding that shocked even me when I first read it. A study published in the Journal of Physical Activity and Health, and later referenced in several cardiovascular research reviews, found that just 12 weeks of daily static leg stretching reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 9.9 mmHg. 9.9. You know what that means? That is comparable to, and in some cases better than, taking a low-dose antihypertensive medication. A 30-minute moderate walk, on average, That reduces systolic pressure by about 5 to 7 millimoles over time. This stretching protocol, beat it. And we're not talking about 30 minutes of stretching. We're talking about short, held stretches totaling just minutes per day. Why does it work so well? Because stretching doesn't just loosen muscles. It directly stimulates the walls of your blood vessels. It improves what we call endothelial function. That's the health of the inner lining of your arteries. Better endothelial function means your arteries can relax and dilate more easily. And when your arteries relax, your pressure drops. It also reduces something called arterial stiffness. This is the #1 hidden risk factor for seniors with high blood pressure that almost nobody talks about. As we age, arteries become less flexible, like an old rubber hose instead of a new one. Stretching, done consistently, helps restore some of that flexibility. Think of it this way. Imagine your blood vessel is a garden hose. If the hose is stiff and kinked, the water pressure inside builds up. If the hose is flexible and open, the water flows freely. Stretching your legs every morning is like unkinking that hose. Blood flows, pressure drops. Now let me show you exactly how to do the main stretch. Seniors, this is the part you need to follow carefully. The main stretch, the morning calf and leg elongation. And yes, it can be done right from the edge of your bed. You do not need to get on the floor. You do not need a yoga mat. You do not need any equipment at all. Here is how you do it. Step 1. Sit on the edge of your bed or a firm chair, feet flat on the floor. Sit up straight, don't slouch. Step 2. Straighten one leg out in front of you. Just extend it. Foot flexed, meaning pull your toes back toward your shin, not pointing down. Hold it there. Step 3. You should feel a gentle pull along the back of your leg, the calf and hamstring. This is good. This is the stretch working. Hold this for 30 seconds. Step 4. Switch legs. Same thing, 30 seconds. Step 5. Now do both legs one more time, 30 seconds each. That's it. 4 rounds, 2 legs, 30 seconds each, under 5 minutes total. But here's the critical part, and this is where most people go wrong. You must do this before you stand up and start your day. Not after your coffee. Not after your shower. Before you stand up. Why? Because the morning pressure surge happens the moment you go from lying or sitting to standing and moving around. If you do this stretch first, while still seated, you prepare your blood vessels before the surge hits. You're essentially giving your arteries a warning. You're waking them up gently before the rush of morning activity demands everything from them at once. I have a patient. Let me call her Margaret. 72 years old, retired school teacher. She had been on 2 blood pressure medications for 6 years. Her morning readings were consistently around 158/94. Her doctor was considering adding a 3rd medication. I taught her this stretch. I asked her to do nothing else different. Just this, every morning before standing. After 8 weeks, her morning readings averaged 141/86. After 16 weeks, 133/81. Her doctor reduced one of her medications. One simple habit, consistent, every morning. Now I want to be clear. I am not telling you to stop your medication. Please do not do that without talking to your doctor. What I am telling you is that this works. The science supports it. And it can work alongside your medication to give you even better results. Now, I promised you 3 bonus stretches, and I want to give you those right now because these 4 together, the main stretch plus these 3, form what I call the Morning Vascular Reset Protocol. 5 minutes, every morning, better than most morning pill routines your doctor hasn't told you about yet. Bonus stretch number 1, the seated hip flexor opener. Still seated on your bed or chair. Sit up straight. Cross one ankle over the opposite knee, like a figure 4 shape. Gently press down on the raised knee with one hand. Lean forward just slightly at the hips, not your back, your hips. You'll feel this in your hip and glute. Hold 30 seconds. Switch sides. Why does this matter for blood pressure? Your hip flexor muscles wrap around major blood vessels, including the iliac artery, one of the biggest arteries in your lower body. When hip flexors are tight, which they almost always are in seniors who sit a lot, they compress those vessels. This raises peripheral resistance, which raises blood pressure. Releasing them every morning reduces that compression. Blood flows more freely. Pressure drops. Bonus, stretch number 2, the neck and shoulder release. Still seated. Drop your right ear toward your right shoulder. Don't force it. Let gravity do the work. Hold 20 seconds. Then the other side. Then, roll your shoulders backward slowly, 5 times. This one surprises people. What does the neck have to do with blood pressure? Everything. There is a cluster of pressure sensors in your neck called the carotid baroreceptors. These sensors constantly monitor your blood pressure and signal your brain to make adjustments. When the muscles around your neck and shoulders are tight, from poor sleep posture, from stress, from aging, these sensors get compressed. They misread your pressure. They can cause your body to keep your pressure higher than it needs to be. Releasing tension in the neck every morning recalibrates those sensors. I've seen seniors whose blood pressure dropped measurably just from consistently doing neck mobility work. Bonus stretch number 3, the deep diaphragmatic breathing stretch. I call it a stretch because it stretches the most important muscle for cardiovascular health that nobody talks about, your diaphragm. Still seated. Place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Take a slow, deep breath in for 4 counts, and make sure your belly hand rises, not your chest hand. Hold for 2 counts. Exhale slowly for 6 counts. Repeat this 5 times. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest system. It counteracts the cortisol spike of the morning surge directly. Research shows that just 5 deep diaphragmatic breaths can reduce systolic blood pressure by 4 to 10 points within minutes, combined with the physical stretches. This protocol is genuinely powerful. I want to speak to you directly for a moment. If you are over 60, your cardiovascular system has been working for decades. It has carried you through every challenge, every joy, every hard moment of your life, and it has changed along the way. After 60, arterial stiffness increases significantly. Your baroreceptor sensitivity decreases, meaning your body is slower to self-correct blood pressure changes. Your autonomic nervous system, which controls the automatic regulation of your heart rate and pressure, becomes less responsive. This is not a disease. This is aging. But it means that the habits you build now matter more than ever. Here is what concerns me as a cardiologist. So many seniors are told, take your pill, watch your salt, go for a walk, and that's it. Nobody teaches them how their body actually works in the morning. Nobody explains the morning surge. Nobody shows them a 5-minute routine that addresses the specific vulnerability of their aging vascular system. That gap is why I make these videos. Because you deserve to understand your own body. Because knowledge is the most powerful medicine. And here's something else I want you to know. Stretching improves something called vagal tone, the activity of your vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is like a natural brake pedal for your heart. Higher vagal tone means your heart rate variability improves, your stress response calms down, and your blood pressure regulates more smoothly. Medication cannot fully replicate vagal tone improvement. Exercise helps, but flexibility-based movement, especially slow, held, mindful stretching, may be the most efficient way to improve it. That's why this works faster than walking. A 30-minute walk raises your heart rate, which is great over time, but it can also spike your pressure temporarily during the walk. Static stretching, done correctly, never spikes your pressure. It only brings it down. For seniors, especially those with hypertension, that's a critically important difference. Now let me give you the doctor's warning. There are 4 mistakes I see seniors make with stretching that cancel out all the benefits. I want you to avoid every single one of them. Mistake number 1, stretching too hard, too fast. Static stretching should never hurt. If you feel sharp pain, stop immediately. A gentle pull, a mild tension, that's correct. Sharp pain means you've gone too far. Ease back by 30% and hold from there. Mistake number 2, holding your breath. I see this constantly. People stretch and unconsciously hold their breath. This is the opposite of what we want. When you hold your breath, you raise your intrathoracic pressure, which temporarily raises your blood pressure. Breathe slowly and continuously throughout every stretch. Mistake number 3, doing it inconsistently. 1 week on, 1 week off does nothing. The vascular benefits of stretching build over weeks and months of consistent daily practice. Missing occasional days is fine, but if you do it 3 days and skip 10, you will not see results. Morning. Every morning, make it as automatic as using the bathroom when you wake up. Mistake number 4, skipping the breathing component. The diaphragmatic breathing at the end is not optional decoration. It is a critical part of the protocol. It activates the parasympathetic response that makes the whole sequence work together. Don't skip it. 5 breaths. It takes 60 seconds. Since we're talking about morning routines, I have to mention 2 things you can eat or drink right after this stretch that will amplify the blood pressure benefits dramatically. Number 1, warm water with a pinch of potassium-rich mineral salt, not regular table salt. I'm talking about a salt that contains potassium chloride. You can find these at most pharmacies or grocery stores. Potassium is the mineral that directly relaxes blood vessel walls. Most seniors are deficient in it. After sleep, you're mildly dehydrated, which thickens your blood slightly. Warm water rehydrates quickly. The potassium begins working on your vessel walls immediately. Do not drink coffee first thing. Coffee spikes cortisol even higher in the morning. If you love your coffee, wait at least 60 to 90 minutes after waking. Number 2, a small portion of beetroot, or beetroot juice. Beetroot contains natural nitrates, which your body converts to nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and dilate. It is one of the most well-researched natural blood pressure reducers we have. Studies show beetroot juice can reduce systolic pressure by 4 to 10 mmHg within hours. Combined with your morning stretch, you are creating a full vascular environment for lower blood pressure before you've even left your bedroom. Let me bring this all together for you right now. Here are your 5 clear action steps. Action step 1. Tomorrow morning, before you stand up from your bed, do the morning calf and leg elongation stretch. Both legs, 30 seconds each, 2 rounds. Foot flexed, gentle pull at the back of the leg, breathe throughout. Action step 2. Follow with the seated hip flexor opener. Figure 4 position, gentle forward, lean at the hips, 30 seconds each side. Action step 3. Do the neck and shoulder release. Ear to shoulder, 20 seconds each side, then 5 backward shoulder rolls. Action step 4. Finish with 5 deep diaphragmatic belly breaths. In for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. Hand on belly, not chest. Action step 5. Drink a glass of warm water first. Add potassium-rich salt if possible. Eat or drink beetroot within the first hour of your morning. Total time, under 7 minutes. Do this every morning. Give it 6 to 8 weeks. Track your blood pressure at the same time each morning, ideally 30 minutes after you finish the routine. Keep a simple log. You will see the difference. Seniors, I want to close by saying something from the heart. Your blood pressure is not just a number on a machine. It is the story of how hard your heart is working every single moment of your life. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a reason. It rarely hurts. It rarely announces itself. It just quietly damages your arteries, your kidneys, your brain, until one day something goes wrong and everyone is shocked. But you don't have to be shocked. Because you now know something that most people, even many doctors, haven't taken the time to explain to you properly. You know that your morning is your most vulnerable window. You know that your blood vessels respond to stretching in ways that rival medication. You know that 5 to 7 minutes, done consistently, can change your numbers and protect your heart. This is not magic. This is physiology. This is your body doing what it was designed to do when you give it the right signals. I've seen patients in their 70s and 80s reduce their blood pressure medication after adopting habits like these. I've seen people avoid procedures they thought were inevitable. I've seen seniors who were told to just manage it, actually reverse trends that had been moving the wrong direction for years. You can do this. I want you to comment below right now. Tell me your age and whether you're dealing with high blood pressure, or just write, "I'm starting tomorrow morning," so I know you're committed. I read every comment. I want to hear from you. If this video helped you, share it with one person over 60 in your life. A spouse, a sibling, a friend. One share from you could protect someone's heart. That is not a small thing. That is everything. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Every week I bring you real cardiology, explained simply so that you can live longer and live better. No confusion, no fear, just facts and practical tools you can use today. The link in the description has more information on the morning vascular protocol and the foods I mentioned. I'm Dr. Ella, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of your heart, because your heart takes care of everything else.